Back to another episode of RTHD. In this episode, I'm going to unbox this FiFine Technology USB microphone that's designed for YouTube. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're back and this is the FiFine, I guess that's how you pronounce it, technology microphone. It's a nice box, quite heavy actually. They said it was going to be about I think about 1 point something pounds, but it's definitely feels heavier than that. Feels like at least 2 pounds in weight, so it's nice. Actually, you can see it's quite small, but about the size of my hand. And the box is nice and white and probably won't stay that way for very long. There's our website, fifinemicrophone.com, and there's of course a contact web at fifine.cc. Now it says here this is it seems to be the model 669B, I believe. All right, so let's get to it. Of course, for those of you who don't have a USB microphone, this is of course going to be new. For those of you who do have a microphone, well, I'm not too sure if this is going to surprise you, but this is supposed to be a condenser mic, which is supposed to have a lot more quality, better quality. Now I'm actually recording on a Blue right now. They call it the Yeti, and the Yeti is fine. But as you can hear, there's some ambient noise, and I'm wondering if that would be resolved with using this FiFine mic. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so there's just two things in there. Let's slide it open. Nice. Okay, so interesting. How does that piece of paper just stay in the middle like that? It's amazing. Okay, so it says okay, like, this is just a nice little tag as well. It says thank you for purchasing this thing. We hope it meets your needs. I hope so too. Now, one of these things is that these microphones, you can't actually throw it down, so it's something to think about. You can't actually throw these sensitive microphones down. Okay, so it gets a nice little picture of what it is supposed to look like. And it says K669 and 669B. I'm not exactly sure what's the difference. And then there's also something saying version 19i. I have no idea. I hope it comes with a mount though. It would kind of be uncool if it didn't come with a mount. It does actually look like the English seems fairly decent. You know, sometimes you get you know, a Chinese brand. Nice. I mean, really good setup. Colored, you know, colored instructions, which is really great as well too. So I'll go through that as well too. But it seems that you don't actually need any any drivers per se. It also says something about there's a volume control, volume up clockwise to turn right, volume down counterclockwise, mute, and so forth. Just the basics, and we'll get to that, I guess, as we open it up. And maybe we could also test this thing out. I'll probably have to have another video where we actually do the test of the audio as well too. But not to bore you guys too much again, let's just open this thing up and see what goes on. So cool. Interesting packaging. Okay, makes sense. Wow, nice. It said it was going to come with a stand. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so under this thing here seems, oh, the stand is heavy. It's small, but it's quite heavy. Let's see. Wow, nice. So this is what the stand looks like. It's a tripod stand. I guess it goes like that, right? And then you put the microphone on top of that. So let's have a look at the actual mic. Whoa, the mic is also heavy. The stand is about half as heavy as the mic. Surprisingly, unbelievable. I guess these pieces of iron, they feel solid. Like they are not they're not empty on the inside, hollow on the inside. They're actually solid. And the mic itself is actually small, as you can see in comparison to my hand. It is not entirely large, but let's hope that it works the way it should. Now, one of the things that I noticed that I already don't seem to like here is that the USB cable is directly connected to this microphone. So there's no jack to jack this thing out from what I'm seeing, which is not ideal, because if this thing decides to short, oh my gosh, why did they do that? That's not cool at all. It's not cool, but you lose a few points there definitely, because you know, after moving microphones around for a little bit, it could affect the performance. So it's definitely not something that I particularly I'm very fond of. If I knew that, I may not have chosen this particular one. And let's just see, but we seem to get a longish cable that's connected to it, but unfortunately it seems that when this mic decides to short, it's going to short quite badly, and there's probably not much that we'll be able to do. Okay, so of course you just take these two things and you just screw them in. This is you know, the stand is nice little stand to put on the desk, not taking up too much space. And I'm gonna try, I will actually try to connect this up, and we'll see how well this sound is in comparison. So all there is just a volume knob. I guess to control the gain. There's no mute button on this one. So there's no mute button. I thought there was going to be a mute button as well, but apparently not. Now it sort of stands sideways, which is kind of odd as well too. Unless, okay, so you could probably like stand it up like that and then adjust this thing. So if you wanted to adjust upwards, you could adjust it like that. So that sort of makes sense, right? So that's how it would probably look if it was standing up. And that's pretty much it, guys. So let me plug this thing in. Again, this is of course live recording, so things perhaps will not go exactly as planned, but let's give it a whirl and see if I can actually get this thing working. I'll flip back over to me for the time being. All right, so we have the microphone. It's here, all right, and I'm gonna put this on the desk, and hopefully I'm gonna plug this thing in and it's not going to affect my cameras, because if it does, that won't be fun at all. Okay, so I'm plugging this into USB 3 and I'm about to power it on. And okay, so you hear something has happened. It's saying setting up the device, and it says USB PMP audio device. Can I actually show my window? Let's see if I can show my window. Yeah. You can see it here. And my CPU is maxed out. Have no idea why. It might just be because we're recording. It's taking a little while. Now, excuse me. Let's see if in our sound settings, if it appears. Nice, so it's there. And I see USB input here, and I see USB PNP audio, right? So that is, it set itself as the default, which I have no idea why it did that. But now we're gonna go back to, let's see. We're gonna go back, and I'm gonna set it as the source, and let's see what happens. So let's see if the mic is going to. It's gonna change the source. Hopefully this is gonna flip over smoothly. And it didn't. It actually didn't flip over. Well, that's not fun. Back. Okay, so if I switch, okay, so it is actually picking up the other mic, but I can't actually tell what that sound is sounding like. So it's actually picking up actually picking up the two mics. I don't know, again, if that's actually going to be recording, but let me try to mute this. And we do a test, and hopefully this is going to sound, I'm actually speaking directly to it, which is not on the camera, but I'm going to speak directly for just a few minutes. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to raise the gain. We're going to go testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's at 100%. This is at 50%. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is at about 2%. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now that I did that, let me switch back over to the Yeti and let's compare the Yeti and see how the Yeti does. All right, so we're back with the Yeti, and with the Yeti, I'm going to, I believe this would be like nearly about 80%. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sound check, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you so much for viewing. This is, of course, FiFine unboxing as well as tests. Hopefully, it did what it had to do. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys again soon on another episode of RTHD coming to a YouTube screen near you. Take care. Bye-bye.